So morning 4 and I'm pushing through Fisherfields. Hello, pushing. I think I'm heading towards the causeway next. How am I feeling? I am tired, obviously, you can see that. My toenails are turning black, so they're going to fall off. I've got thorns and gorse bush in the ends, my fingers are sore. But I'm feeling quite emotional because I'm absolutely loving it. It's just the best experience ever, the best adventure.
The Highland Trail is a 550-mile off-road ultra-distance cycling route. It takes in some of the toughest terrain in Scotland, whilst rewarding you with some of the most remote and stunning scenery. It can take anywhere from 3 days to 2 weeks to complete, depending on a whole set of weather-related variables, and it's enticing increasing numbers of people from all over the world to its rugged terrain. Each year, route creator Alan Goldsmith runs a mass start of the Highland Trail, where riders undertake the route entirely self-supported and with no outside assistance. For riders, this means sourcing their own food, finding their own spots to sleep if and when they choose to sleep, and finding solutions to any mechanical issues they may face while riding. Needless to say, riders need to be pretty experienced to take on the Highland Trail. The mass start takes place in May, which, in theory, is the perfect window between the freezing winter temperatures and the first hatching of the midges. The route is made up of 3 loops, which reach some of the most remote areas of the Scottish Highlands, and each rider is required to carry a GPS tracking device, meaning people can watch on from the comfort of their home as the race unfolds before their very eyes. I know many people who have ridden the Highland Trail over the years, and I know many people who are quite happy to sit and hear stories and experience it vicariously. But what fascinates me most about the Highland Trail is how it allows riders to experience deep pain and discomfort, whilst offering unbridled joy, all at the same time. Total contentment sits at odds with day after day of extreme physical exertion and mental and emotional fatigue. So, with more women than ever before taking part in the Highland Trail, we asked 7 women to share their journey with us, to give us a window into the magical contradictions that make up the Highland Trail 550.
I'm Kat.
I'm Jamie. My name is Lynn.
My name's Molly. I'm Jade.
My name is Philippa.
And my name's Peg.
And this is my second time riding the Highland Trail.
First Highland Trail.
First Highland Trail.
First attempt at the Highland Trail.
This is my second Highland Trail.
First ever Highland Trail.
This is my first Highland Trail.
I am just about to leave to go and catch the train up to Glasgow. So all of the usual panic and faffing is just about over until tomorrow when I then refettle.
Okay, first stop on the Highland Trail comes long before the race begins. There's months worth of intense physical and mental preparation, all of which is subject to illness, injury and mechanical failure in the days leading up to the start. And then of course there are those predictably unpredictable facts of life.
Keeping up with my 100% success rate of being on my period for every ultra I've ever done. Well, here we are, going to be on again.
Yeah, it's always intimidating seeing everybody else and what different kit choices they've made, but hopefully, if anything, I've got too much gear, but I would rather have too much than too little.
Alan said go, and we're off. It's pretty low-key. Feeling a little nervous still, but really happy to just be on the bike and getting going.
It is an enigmatic race and very unpredictable, so even if you feel like you are completely physically, emotionally up to the challenge, anything that happens on the day completely change all that.
I feel like I have this picture of it in my mind that's probably just going to be nothing like what it actually is. So I think it's an adventure on like a scale that you can't comprehend until you do it, is what I think. But I don't know, I've not done it yet. goal number one is enjoy it. I think no matter the outcome, if I haven't enjoyed it, that's a failure. Like if I haven't got something out of this. So I've kind of put the race to one side. That will be what it'll be. I'd quite like to want to come back and race it another year when I've like had the experience of enjoying it and appreciating it and like being present in it. So I'm kind of saving that for another time. But I've got to love it this time, otherwise I'm not going to come back.
So I pulled my knee like 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago, something like that. Yeah, it's pretty excruciating.
You don't really know what to be nervous about if you've not done it before. It's just something going wrong when you're just in the middle of nowhere. But then you just got to like fix it and get on with it, haven't you?
I am currently having a word with myself because I'm not enjoying this bit, and it's a fair drag, and I'm being really pathetic and like blaming other people, other things.
I was mainly drawn to this Highland Trail because of the amount of women that were doing it. I didn't even have a mountain bike before, so it was, yeah. And then I was like, I'll source a mountain bike and I'll be at the start line, it's fine.
And when did you start riding a mountain bike?
6 weeks ago. I've walked all the way basically. I don't know if other people have ridden it up there. I was thinking if someone asked me at the end if I like this, I'm going to say no, I didn't. I did not like this.
It's the contradictions that make the Highland Trail such an intriguing and magical race. Each rider seems to encounter unique physical and mental battles on the trail, yet the same feeling of turmoil can be felt at the thought of continuing, as can be felt at the thought of withdrawing. For Jamie, it was the former, and for Molly, it was the latter.
I'm done. I'm out the race. I don't really have a silver lining for that, or I think I'll take it all positive about it at this point. I kind of hadn't considered there was any chance that I wouldn't finish it, which is stupid because, yeah, like, anything can happen. You can have mechanical, get injured, ill, like, whatever it is, but shit happens, eh?
I'm here to win and set an outright course record. No, that's an absolute lie. You can't put that in. I feel excited right now, but I know once I get around more people that are racing, I'll feel more nervous. Like, it's seeing other people and the comparison that makes me feel bad about myself. Like, I'll be at the cafe later with all the other riders, and I'll just be thinking, like, these are all the proper cyclists, and I shouldn't be here. Like, but I did it last year, so I need to not feel like that. But it's hard not to.
It seems the greater the challenge, the greater the magnifying glass. Every decision looms large, and questions of ability and motivation rise to the surface and are scrutinised under that pesky internalised magnifying glass. I get the feeling that there's a somewhat uncontrollable sense of self-doubt that I'm sure most can relate to.
Last year my goal was just to finish, and so this year I'm going for a quicker time. I want to do it in under 6 days, so we'll see. I don't know if it's possible, but I feel like it's within my reach. If everything goes really well and have a good run, then yeah.
Well, I wasn't going to ride it this year. Probably like the darkest winter I ever had, and my winters are usually pretty dark. And yeah, now the sun's shining and we're going to have like complete sunshine, and I've completely forgotten everything that was bad. But probably 2 weeks ago, I was really asking myself, like, do I have any motivation? Do I have enough motivation to get around?
It's my strategy to enjoy the Highland Trail this year, to do well and enjoy it. I think those two, for me, will go hand in hand. So I'm trying to eat well, trying to sleep well, and then just keep moving. And hopefully, I'm gonna have a fabulous time.
Just got to Compton stores and they don't have any macaroni pies. Been thinking about macaroni pies for all of today, some of yesterday, and I am absolutely gutted.
I don't know when I can next potentially get one.
My legs are just not moving. My brain is really negative, which is probably a consequence of not eating well. And it is like the end of the second day, not the end, but well into the second day. It's about 5 p.m. And, you know, yesterday was a really big day for me. Not for, I mean, obviously other people rode a lot more than I did. It was big for me. And so it's just kind of cumulative, and your body's just having to get used to this stress. So it's a bit challenging, but, you know, with any ultra, it's just ups and downs, and you've got to ride it. But I don't like the downs.
The Highland Trail is a mentally and physically painful ride, but one thing is clear: it only takes one moment of magic for the joy to outweigh the suffering. Be that a sublime piece of single track, finding that elusive macaroni pie, or a pause to reflect on the magnitude of the landscape around you.
I'm just this tiny little dot in this massive landscape, moving really slowly. It's so cool.
It scares me, and I think that it's going to be painful. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be at the point end of everything. It's going to really challenge me. It's going to make me cry maybe, and I'm just going to love it. It's just my thing.
Still heading towards the causeway. Every time you think you can't push anymore, your brain's screaming you want to stop. Your body keeps pushing up the hill. It's nuts.
It's now day 4. Yesterday was a bit of a roller coaster. I was woke up really cold out at the top of the Northern Loop, and just really struggled all morning and was ready to quit. I was making up my quitting excuses, and I fell off coming down the descent, and I was quite disappointed that my injuries weren't severe enough for me to pull out. But then I got to Drumbeg and had a big feed and a big coffee and a little rest, and after that I was loving it, and I had a great rest of the day.
It's really hard to tell on paper exactly how challenging it's going to be. Like, you can look at the stats, but until you get out there and like you're wading through bogs and being attacked by the midges and all that stuff, you don't actually know how bad it's going to be. It's just all a big mind blur. And just once you get on your bike and all you have to do is pedal and eat and sleep, it's just the simple life. I've just had some spag bowl, rehydrated, and now I'm just heating up some bog water to make a hot water bottle. So hopefully I'll make it through to the morning.
Yeah, so normally I have my phone and I'm on it all the time. It's all distractions, rather than just like engaging with the thing that you're doing. So this time the plan was to just switch the phone off. It is just so nice to be cut off for a few days from all that chatter, and you definitely get more into a different kind of headspace, one that is very, very hard to achieve, I think, in everyday life. A complete change from reality, my reality.
A break from reality, perhaps that's it. All the pain, the contradictions, the exhaustion, it's all to reach a place where time is no longer the guiding structure of life, and where competing pressures and anxieties melt away into a simple existence of riding, eating and sleeping, wherever and whenever they may come.
I'm at the top of the Devil's Staircase. I am enjoying the peace and quiet. It's really warm. One of these like perfect nights. You're not cold. There's not a cold wind. It's not raining. I could just sit here and transcend everything and never go back to anything else. My body and my mind have been in this moving state now for 6 days. It just feels very flow. I don't know.
I envy that state of contentment. In the final throes of the Highland Trail, it seems that everyone finds their own path of least resistance, where any final embers of suffering are muffled by the rhythm of the ride. Where you can sit atop a hill with a Coke and a sandwich at midnight and feel so content that normal life feels a million miles away. And then the ride down to the finish, an empty car park, probably with no one else around, but being tailed by that sense of joy, like your own little secret, that will linger on until you sleep and wake once more and return to normal life.
Alan, what are you doing at 4 o'clock in the morning?
Hold on.
Thanks.
Did you enjoy that?
I had an amazing time. I had a really amazing time.
Looking fresh.
Oh my God.
For 4 in the morning.
For the last 10 kilometers, my legs were just not moving.
Drags on a bit, don't it?